Hello everyone, welcome to our feature presentation of Chapter 23 of my Fire Emblem 6 hard mode 0% Grills playthrough. We are your hosts, Don9151 and Mekkah.
Hello there. This chapter is a very exciting one, even after all the exciting ones we've had before. We're fighting against a very strong boss who is kind of important to the plot. Her name is Brunia. And in addition to that, this map itself is also very interesting. It's not the biggest map in the game, but it has a lot of strong enemies, a lot of annoying enemies in a very annoying formation that's very hard to break through. Among others, we're dealing with wyvern doors once again, mannequins, Ballista, and status staves. So this is going to be a heck of a ride.
Yeah, at this point in the game, we've pretty much almost completed our stat boost regimen on most of our units. Some of our units haven't finished up their stat boosting regimen, but for example, Shin right here, he's just ready to go, and he's going to be running across the world in just a few turns and slaying dragons along the way.
Yeah, Shin is just one example of a unit that's just put on way too many boots and showing off his skills. Because he's like on the other side of the map right now, and it's only turn 1. This map is going to have a lot of long movement, and because of that very specific positioning to make sure that we can seize as soon as possible. And we see Saul here is using the barrier staff to defend Perceval.
RIP barrier staff. Perceval is one of the units that we have who haven't finished his stat boost regimen, but we need him to attack on this turn because otherwise that druid is going to kill Lalum, among being a very big threat. Niime has to go into this very dangerous position on the forest in range of all the enemy wyvern riders just so she can use sleep on this enemy druid, and she makes use of her extra staff range with Apocalypse equipped because otherwise she wouldn't actually be able to reach that druid with her staff.
Yeah, we see Zeiss also goes on an adventure, and Merlinus takes a very specific position, and you'll see why it's important later. As I said, the enemy formation in this chapter is really annoying. I especially dislike the Ballista island in the middle. It's very hard to get to with anything but flyers, but they can target a very large portion of the map, so that can be very hard to work around.
Yeah, of those 3 enemy Ballista, 2 of them are long Ballista, which means that they can cover most of the map. Niime, as I pointed out earlier, has this very precarious enemy phase, and this is one of the most, I think it is the most dangerous enemy phase that I have to endure in the entire game, because she has to take so many attacks and she pretty much has to dodge all but one of them. Milady also doesn't really need to kill these enemies, but mostly she has to kill at least one of them due to her formation. It's something that I had to do in order to make it so that the RNG works out in Niime's favor on this enemy phase.
Yeah, and here we see that Merlinus finally takes another bullet, even though he's been killed at least 30 times already, and Niime thankfully dodges it.
Yeah, that's sadly a very ignominious way to go for Merlinus, but since this is the last time he's going to be deployed and it's been so useful to our run, I actually wrote a poem to commemorate him. So, here goes. Oh Merlinus, dear Merlinus, your task is complete. You've returned to aid us despite your defeats. A master of items, we've marveled in awe at your magical powers that transcend natural laws.
Wow, I admire your awe, or whatever it is you said. That was beautiful. We also saw a berserk miss, thankfully. Or actually it hit, I believe.
Yeah, there's no way Shin could dodge that berserk. 3 of those enemy druids up there have status staffs, and if you're wondering why Milady didn't get targeted, it's because she broke her killer lance on the enemy phase and she no longer had any weapons equipped. And in this game, enemy status staff AI does not target player units who don't have any usable weapons.
Yeah, we see Shin finishes up his dragon slaying here. We're breaking through the enemy barrier in front of the throne, because unlike in other maps, there's like a thick line of enemies in front of that throne. Normally they just plop a boss on there and it's fine. But now we have to go through 2 enemies plus the boss.
This is also a very interesting map in that we have to use a rescue staff twice in order for us to 2-turn this map, because the rescue staff is another one of those staffs that allow us to move units across the map in like a single action. But the problem is that we have to move units to the front lines first in order for us to use the staff. So Yodel here actually had to use the energy ring to boost his staff range by 1 tile so that he could pick up Perceval just on the edge of his staff range here. And then Perceval can use his full movement and just 1-round KO Brunia. Brunya has a bolting tome equipped, but we don't really care about that because, you know, bolting cannot beat boots.
I also recruited Carol, but Carol doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that's chapter 23 completed in 2 turns. We will see you next time.
See ya.